Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to the next lesson for reading skills. This week you will learn about determining the author's purpose, tone, point of view and intended audience. First, we will start with the author's purpose. An author's purpose is simply his or her reason for writing. And these are some of the common purposes, which include to inform, to give information. To instruct is to explain how to do something. To persuade is to convince readers to do or believe something. And lastly, to entertain, to present humor or other enjoyable material. First, we will start with the first purpose, which is to inform the reader about a topic. For example, a healthy diet includes several daily servings from each of the major food groups. Second purpose is to persuade the reader to agree with his or her view on the topic. For example, required physical education classes should be a part of public school education from elementary through high school. Next purpose is to entertain by amusing or engaging the reader. For example, if clothes say much about a person, a woman risking life and limb to wear 6-inch high heels to the office must be screaming something about herself. Alright, next we are going to look into this practice and you need to identify the author's purposes, which are to inform, to persuade or to entertain. The first statement is the National Hurricane Center predicts a record number of hurricanes in the upcoming months. So this is to inform the reader. And let us look at the second statement. Each is strictly a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it does not matter. So this is to persuade the reader. And the last statement is rely on Denta Fresh toothpaste to stop bad breath just as millions of others have. So this is to just to entertain the reader. Now let us look at the next practice. What is the author's purpose? Think of long-term memory as a data bank for all of your feelings and ideas. Information you heard hours, days, weeks, even years ago is stored in long-term memory. Long-term memory can handle large amounts of information. Short-term memory has less space for storage. Putting information in and getting it out again is a slow process in long-term memory. On the other hand, short-term memory is a rapid process. So, obviously, the author's purpose is just to inform the reader and to show the comparison between long-term memory and also short-term memory. So again here, you are going to look into several optional answers based on the previous paragraph just now. So the main purpose of the earlier paragraph is A, to argue against poor memory skills, B, to amuse the reader with humorous details about long-term memory, and C is to inform the reader about the differences between long-term and short-term memory. So as I said earlier, the answer is C, just to inform the reader about the differences between long-term and short-term memory. Okay, so next is in entertaining, informing and persuading, an author may have a specific purpose. Here are some more examples of more specific purposes. So like we have here for general purposes to entertain, as you learned just now, to inform and to persuade the readers. And for the specific purposes we have here, under to entertain, okay, you have to amuse, to delight, and to ridicule. And under to inform specifically, you have to analyze, to clarify, to discuss, to establish, and to explain. Under to persuade the readers, you have to argue or to go against, to convince, to criticize, to inspire, and to create awareness. Next, we are moving on to the author's tone. Tone refers to the author's attitude towards a topic. The tone of the author can be known through the choice of words and details provided in the text. So here we have two author's tone which are objective and also subjective. Under objective tone, we have unbiased, neutral, and formal. And under subjective tone, we have bias, emotional, and also informal. Now, in order for you to identify the author's tone, always ask yourself these questions. Do the words that the author use have positive or negative connotation? Does the author give facts in terms of the objective or just the opinions, the subjective tone? And is he being neutral or biased when presenting the information to the readers? Here are some most commonly used tones in the writings. So under positive tone, we have confident, admiring, more to the respectful tone, humorous, funny tone, optimistic is positive tone, and then joyful is happy tone. And under neutral tone, we have objective, we have factual, informative, serious or more to the authoritative tone, and also cautious. And under negative tone, we have critical, to find fault. Pessimistic is more to the negative tone, angry, bitter, and also condemnatory. Here are some tips for you, and always remember that the tone is the author's attitude towards the topic. The objective tone words usually present facts and reasonable explanations. The subjective tone words describe the feelings, judgments, or opinions. The purpose is the author's reason for writing about a topic, and then an author's purpose in using facts to teach or explain a main idea is to inform the readers. Alright, next we are going to move on to the author's point of view. An author's point of view refers to his or her position on an issue, or in other words, the author's opinion or belief regarding an issue. It is also called the author's argument. When authors favor one side of an issue, they are said to have a bias in favor of that side of the issue. Authors may be unbiased when the writing is more to the neutral or objective tone. Now, the last part for today's lesson is the author's intended audience. Intended audience means the people the writer has in mind as the readers. The intended audience will be a specific person, for example, a newspaper editor, a group of people, for example, the college students or the parents, and the general public, for example, the public at large or the typical American adult. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson.